All right, today we're going to be doing a review on these Hit and Move 24-ounce glove. I'm excited to get into these. Now, Hit and Move is a brand that's come up pretty popular. It's basically like another version of Winning. It's very premium style type of glove with premium style pricing, but they're more catered towards boxing. So they've got the boxing headgear, which is pretty unique. One of our fighters, Joad, MMA fighter, he uses their head guards and they've got a unique design to it with premium quality. So rest assured that the headgear is good. I've actually seen them. Their gloves, some of the boys own them and they've tested them out, but today we're going to be testing out the 24-ounce gloves. Now, let me get into this first by saying 24 ounces seems a little bit absurd, okay? But in the old school ages, the way that they used to train the shoulder conditioning and whatnot was with a pair of weights, pair of dumbbells, doing your shadow boxing with that. And they found out through research that there was a lot of damage into the rotator cuff of people's shoulders. So with the actual 24-ounce gloves, what it's doing, it's conditioning you. So you can actually throw those shots that you're gonna throw in a fight and actually make impact on the target without, injuring yourself. Whereas with a pair of set of weights, you're not gonna be able to hit something at 100% intensity and 100% power. So the premium quality of the actual glove and the material of it, you can throw the shots the same way that you would in a fight with full power without the hesitation of injuring yourself. So that's the main purpose behind it. And obviously the heavier the glove gets, the harder it is to perform explosive technique. When the gloves are lighter, you can pop more and be more explosive, but when the glove is heavier, the shots become more of a pushing motion and you don't want to push on your shots. You want to be nice and explosive. These are a great way to condition the hands and the shoulders and the rotator cuffs in that aspect, in terms of being elite, in terms of being able to pop those shots, hit those shots, and explosively maneuver yourself. So without further ado, I'm gonna review these gloves, put them on. They look like an absolute, look at how big that is. They're heavy as well, they feel dense. Now the Hit and Moves come in two colorways as well. The 24 ounces, they come in a black set and they come in a white set with a little bit of a gold design on the actual logos itself. Now I'm also gonna be able to get some of the boys' reactions, some of my coaches' reactions on these gloves, because they haven't heard of these 24 ounces as well. So I believe it's a new thing that's in the modernized market. We're throwing out that old school method of pumping the dumbbells as we go to punch. They come in a packaging. We obviously undo the packaging. The smell is like, it's just the best. All right, so that bag is out. Undo. So it's 1.5 pounds on each glove. So this weighs 1.5 pounds, equaling 3 pounds. That's right, your maths is great. It's got an all day design on the thumb section of the glove. It's got the Hit and Move logo on the knuckle section of your hand, and then on the actual Velcro area, small little logo brand there, and then on the inside here with the little tag showing that it's 1.5 pounds. Let's undo the Velcro. On the inside here, it's got designed in America and made of genuine leather. You got the Hit and Move logo on the inside there too. And you know what I will say? It feels like the Punch Mexicans right now. This is what it gives me, the vibe it gives me, Punch Mexicans. On the inside as well, we've got a little bit of a design here of the Hit and Move company, breathable fabric. Let's give these a go. Chuck my hand in this shit. Very heavy gloves. You can definitely feel how heavy this is. What I will say, there is no wristband whatsoever. There is no wristband at all. He's a man that you can trust with his opinions. The man's been in the game for a long time and he knows what he's speaking about. So let's see what Dion thinks of these gloves.
All right. 24 ounces?
Yeah. So the reason they made these, from my understanding, is that you know how like there's old school where they used to get up the dumbbells and pump it and shadow box like that?
Which I really don't approve of, but yeah.
Okay, so the pan's the modernized version of that. So you do it without injuring your rotator cuffs and shit.
Yeah. So first of all, I wouldn't let any of my fighters do it that weighted shadow boxing. Not just because it's not safe, but because it's not good for punching speed and punching power. So I wouldn't even recommend shadow boxing in these or doing bag work with these. But where I can see their worth, okay, so it's 24 ounces, that's nearly 700 grams on each hand, okay? Where I would approve, let's say you wanted to get kids sparring, it's like pillow fighting now. If you got a 40, 50 kilo kid trying to hit his teammates with this, they're not gonna hurt each other. So you can let them go hard and no one's gonna get hurt. That's where I approve of it. If my son wanted to spar early, 12, 13 years old, if he was in these, I'd be okay with it. But where I think it has its limitations, it's certain countries like Japan and various European countries, they spar in 14-ounce gloves because they think that 16s is too much safety and not realistic enough. So you can imagine, amplify that, this is almost an extra, well, it's almost double, 300, not double, 450 grams for a 16-ounce glove. These are nearly 700 grams, so it's a lot more. So it's a bit too much safety, but it's not just that the padding is going to add a lot of safety, but it's going to slow down the punches too much, which is not a bad thing at like, if you've just started sparring. I think it's actually a pretty good thing, but at fight level, probably 16s and 14s would be more suitable.
Do you reckon that would build bad habits because people carry their hands?
Yeah, for sure. But at the higher level, that's more of a concern. I think at entry level sparring, perfectly fine. Like I would really approve of this for like people who've just started sparring, or kids as well.
What about the quality of the glove? Does it actually feel good?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I haven't hit anything in them yet, but they feel pretty premium, yeah. Have you weighed them? Are they actually 24 ounces?
I actually haven't weighed them. That's a good thing I showed you in the video. But they remind me of Punch Mexican.
Yeah, I actually think they're very comfortable. But you know what surprises me? Considering that they're probably built for safety, they feel rock hard. Do they not?
They're sturdy.
Like if you think of like a winning glove is very soft and looks like a pillow. These are like Clito Reyes Mexican gloves. They're hard, really hard. So I don't know, I don't know, but they feel really good. Yeah, let's weigh them. Let's do it now. Yep. This should be 680.
680?
To be exact. 24 ounces by my math should be 680 grams.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, let's find out. So it should be 680 by my maths. Embarrassing if I'm wrong. Almost. So it's just shy of, that one was just shy of 24 ounces. Yeah, just shy of 24 ounces, unless my maths is off. So, yeah. So let's say 23 ounces roughly.
For $300, would you say that's a good purchase?
Yeah, especially like, because I've actually debated when assuming my son wants to be a fighter, what age I'd let him spar. And I had in my head that if I could have access to something like a 24-ounce glove, I would let my son start sparring before the age of 15. Sorry? Maybe not. I don't know. We'd have to put it on a teenager to find out. But yeah, they are pretty big. But maybe in the future there'll be smaller versions of it. But
do you reckon it's a good investment for the price?
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I wouldn't get my pros using it. But entry-level sparring makes it a lot safer. You know, not just because of the extra cushion, but because it's going to slow the sparring down. It's going to slow the speed of the punches down, which makes it safer. Yeah.
All right, so now we are going to try on the hit and move gloves. We've got a little bit of Coach Nick's input as well. He's not the biggest fan of these. And then we're going to get Coach Dion's input tomorrow, see how see what his thoughts are on this as well. But again, the feel and the way that the glove is designed reminds me of Punch Mexicans. Yeah, there is like no bend whatsoever. Like if I try bend my wrist, there is no bend. Very, very tight fit. They feel pretty heavy. I guarantee that like if I spar, I can do like 3 rounds and then I'm fully gassed. Well, let's be real, I'll get gassed anyway with anything, but let's hit a little bit. Okay, I'm just telling you right now, what did I do, like 30 seconds of work? God damn, my shoulders feel gassed. Like, not that it's like entirely tired, but it's definitely a lot more harder to keep up. I feel like a lot more shoulder fatigue kicks in straight away. And that's the purpose. Again, remember, it's a modern way to train, to keep your arms up. But speaking with Nick as well, it's interesting to me because if you keep on using these too much, you could potentially build bad habits. And what I mean by that is when you get tired, your hands drop. Yeah, your hands and whatnot chill around here. Is that a good habit to build in? That's an interesting question. Yeah, because I don't want to constantly like make my hands get lower and fight like this. I want to keep at least my hands up. But in one argument, I can say that definitely I'll do 30 more seconds and I'll see how I feel after that. I definitely can reassure you in terms of saying that the quality is really high. It's really good. It reminds me again of the Punch Mexicans, but what I will say is the hit and move quality of the glove feels really nice. Feels really good. It's actually snug and reassures me that when I hit hard, that I'm not going to injure myself. It's actually structurally holding my wrist really nicely. Dion says it's a good investment, especially if it's for a little kid or for beginners that are sparring. From his words that he said, for his pro fighters and anyone that's high level, probably not a smart investment. But if you are someone similar to what Dion described it as and you want to purchase these gloves, be sure to head over to Max Meyer, use my code CONTENT to get 10% off your order. They've got a wide array of goods, so Max Meyer is a place to be. If you want to go visit them in store, they're located in Cranbourne as well, but around Australia as well. If you want to go, or even around the world, shop at Max Meyer and I promise you they will not disappoint. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yes.